Imagine stopping all food intake in the year 2019. Not a single snack, not a drop of soda. Yet today, you are still perfectly healthy and alive. It sounds like pure science fiction, doesn't it? But in Japan, a captive prisoner known only as No one has done exactly that for 5 long years. This creature survived without a single meal for 1,868 days. That is more than half a decade of total fasting. Scientists were so certain of its demise that they prepared body bags by the second year, but no one simply looked at them and refused to die. How can a living being simply switch off its most basic survival needs? How does it persist when every biological rule says it should be gone? This monster is bigger than a football and tougher than a tank. It is the ultimate survivalist of the abyss, a creature that just won't quit. We are diving deep into the mystery of the giant isopod today. Why did it stop eating? And what was it waiting for in the silence? The truth behind this deep-sea monster's hunger strike is more shocking than you could ever imagine. Let's uncover the secrets of the immortal isopod. Back in 2007, No one was just another specimen brought from the Gulf of Mexico. No one knew it was about to become a global legend. For the first few years, it lived a normal life. It ate, it moved, and it behaved like any other scavenger from the deep ocean floor. But on January 2nd, 2009, everything changed. No one decided to start a hunger strike that would baffle the greatest minds in marine biology. It wasn't sick, and it wasn't injured. It simply stopped. From that day on, not a single piece of food passed through its strange mandibles. Its keeper, Mr. Moritaki, tried everything. He offered the finest mackerel and squid, but the creature remained as stubborn as a mountain of stone. Strangest of all, it learned to play tricks. It would move its front legs as if it were eating, deceiving its keepers for a moment. But it never swallowed. It was a phantom meal, a ghostly performance by a creature that seemed to have forgotten the very concept of hunger. Why would a natural-born predator choose such a slow path of self-destruction? Or was it something else entirely, a ritual we don't understand? Is it possible that number one was practicing a level of survival that humans are simply not evolved enough to comprehend yet? Let's look closer. To understand why this monster refused to die, we have to travel back 300 million years to see how it was built for eternity. Isopods are living fossils. Their design hasn't changed since before the dinosaurs. They are biological tanks, perfected by millions of years of evolution. They live 7,000 feet below the surface. At that depth, the pressure could crush a submarine, and food is rarer than a winning lottery ticket. Deep-sea life depends on marine snow and the occasional whale fall. When food arrives, it is a feast that must last for years. The isopod's strategy is simple: eat everything at once. They gorge themselves until they can barely move, turning their bodies into giant organic batteries. Their stomach is like a strategic reserve. It takes up nearly their entire body, allowing them to store energy for a half-decade of waiting. Think of number one like a smartphone on ultra-power saving mode. It shuts down every non-essential system to keep the core alive for longer. Their metabolism is so slow that their heart might only beat a few times a minute. For them, time doesn't move in seconds, but years. To an isopod, a year of waiting is like a single afternoon for us. They are the masters of the long game in the dark. But even with this incredible biology, 5 years is an impossible record. No other creature on Earth has ever pushed the limits this far. What was no one's secret? Was it just a slow metabolism, or was there a darker truth hidden inside its prehistoric shell? When the end finally came for number one, what scientists found inside was not what anyone expected. The mystery only grew deeper after death. On Valentine's Day in 2014, the world's most famous isopod finally took its last breath. After 1,868 days, the hunger strike was over. The autopsy was a moment of intense anticipation. Everyone expected to see a shriveled, wasted body destroyed by years of starvation and neglect. But they were wrong. Its muscles were not withered. Its body was not consumed by itself. It was as if it hadn't aged a day. The stomach was perfectly clean, yet the creature was physically robust. No, one didn't die from hunger. Its body had plenty of strength left. There is a theory called deep-sea gigantism. In the cold abyss, things grow massive and slow, becoming the ultimate managers of death and decay. Some believe these creatures are the reapers of the ocean floor. They don't just eat death, they embody the very concept of waiting for it. No, one may have simply reached the limit of its patience. In a world of glass and light, it chose to exit on its own terms. A creature designed to survive global extinctions and meteor strikes found itself trapped in a peaceful tank. Perhaps the peace was the hardest part. It was a king of the abyss, reduced to a curiosity. Its 5-year fast was a silent protest against a world that didn't belong to it. Its existence is a powerful reminder. Sometimes the strongest among us are not the fastest or the smartest, but the ones who can endure. Under pressure that would crush a machine, no. One taught us about the power of stillness and the terrifying strength of the deep. What was it thinking during those 5 years? Was it waiting for a better meal, or just a way back to the total darkness? We may never know the true thoughts of the giant isopod, but its legend will live on as a testament to life's resilience. What do you think? Was number 1 a biological glitch or a master of survival? Leave your thoughts in the comments below right now. The ocean is full of monsters that refuse to play by our rules. Don't forget to subscribe for more breathtaking mysteries from the abyss. Until next time, keep looking into the dark. You never know what might be looking back at you from the deep silence. Every plate on its back tells a story of survival, a story that began long before humans ever walked the surface of this planet. In the deep, light is a memory. Survival isn't about hunting, it's about waiting. Waiting for the one moment that matters most. When threatened, they roll into a fortress of bone. They are nearly indestructible, a perfect design that has outlived almost everything else. No military engineer could build something as efficient as this. It is a masterpiece of evolution, built for the harshest conditions on Earth. Imagine living your entire life on a single breath. That is the level of efficiency no one achieved in its final years. The deep sea is a slow-motion world. Everything moves at a different pace, where a single second feels like an eternity of quiet. Mr. Moritaki spent more time with this creature than anyone. He saw the subtle changes that the cameras and tourists always missed. Even without food, it moved. It explored its small world with a dignity that fascinated everyone who saw it behind the glass. While storms raged and civilizations rose and fell, no one remained constant. It was a pillar of absolute stillness in a changing world. How can a stomach remain empty for 5 years without causing the body to collapse? This is the question that haunts marine biologists. They sense the world through vibrations. Every footstep near the tank was a message from a world it could never truly join. Was it observing us as much as we were observing it? A silent watcher from the dawn of time, judging our frantic lives. In its natural home, heat comes from the Earth's core, but in the aquarium, everything was controlled, static, and strangely artificial for it. It became a celebrity, a symbol of endurance. But no, one didn't care about fame. It only cared about its own mysterious internal clock. Time works differently in the abyss. 1,000 years is just a cycle of the tide. No, one lived by those ancient, slow rules. There are secrets hidden in its very biology that we are only beginning to unlock. Secrets of longevity that could change human medicine. Could the isopod hold the key to suspended animation? Could we learn to turn off our needs, just like no one did for years? Even in death, it serves as a monument to the unknown, a bridge between the sunlit world and the eternal darkness of the deep. These jaws were designed for a life of scavenging, yet they remained closed for over 60 months of total voluntary silence. It was a ghost in a shell, a phantom of the deep that refused to follow the script of life and death we wrote for it. The more we look, the less we understand. Life finds a way to survive in the most impossible conditions, often by doing nothing at all. Two worlds collided in that aquarium. The fast-paced human world and the timeless, patient world of the deep-sea scavenger. Every action, of number one was deliberate. Even its refusal to eat was a ripple in the pond of our scientific understanding. Underneath that armor is a complex machine of survival, a network of legs and gills that have worked perfectly for eons. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the home of the giant Isopod. It is the final frontier. What other monsters are down there, hiding in the dark, waiting for a meal that might not come for a century? It feels like stone, but it is life. Cold, patient, and incredibly resilient life that defies our every expectation and rule. It didn't need us. It didn't need our food. It only needed the time to be itself, even in the middle of a crowded city. The Isopod reminds us that the universe is far stranger than we think. Life doesn't always need a heartbeat you can hear. No, one is gone now, but the questions it raised remain. It died a hero to some, and a biological enigma to others. Could creatures like this exist on other worlds? If they can survive 5 years without food on Earth, they could survive anywhere. They have seen extinctions that wiped out 90% of life. They are the ultimate winners of the evolutionary lottery. Even in the stillest water, they are searching for the scent of life or the taste of the deep, dark ocean they miss. We go down there to find them, but they are the ones who truly know the secrets of the abyss. We are just visitors. They are the dragons of the deep sea, small to us, but titans in their own realm of high pressure and low light. Why did it stop? That is the question we will carry with us. Was it a choice or a biological destiny we can't see? It lived its life in the shadows, and in the end, it returned to them. No one. The creature that challenged the very definition of hunger. Nature has a way of surprising us when we think we have seen it all. The deep sea is its favorite place to hide surprises. If you ever feel like giving up, think of no one. Think of the strength it took to stand still for 5 long years. There is a quiet power in endurance, a strength in waiting. No one was the master of that power until its very last day. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the abyss. The world is a much stranger place than the surface suggests. If you enjoyed the mystery of number one, hit that like button and share this story with someone who loves the unknown. We have more stories coming your way. Stories of immortal jellyfish and monsters that live inside volcanoes. You don't want to miss them. What was number one waiting for? Maybe it was waiting for us to finally stop and listen to the silence of the deep. Stay curious, stay brave, and never stop exploring the mysteries of our planet. We will see you in the next deep sea adventure.